Good morning, everybody. It's a brand new work week here on the house build and living life here in the Philippines. Brand new week, and we're going to start out the week first thing this morning, pouring some concrete. We've got a place formed up. It likes maybe there might be hours worth of work before they start mixing and pouring this morning. They're not going to be happy. They might not be mad, but they're going to be in a little shock because normally in the mornings when they show up, I just leave them to it, and I get downstairs and I try to finish editing you guys a video and getting it up. But today, I'm going to sit right here and do it. Sit right here and watch. Yeah. Make sure these mistakes aren't being made, or every few minutes somebody's at my door asking another question and I can't edit. Up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs. It's a good exercise, but it kind of wears you out. Well, I said, you know what? Threw me up some sheets of plywood above my head here on this bamboo for some shade. So I'm gonna set up right here in the kitchen. And when they show up, I'm gonna be sitting there giving the crazy eye. So first things first this morning, yesterday, which was on Sunday, Mel and I, we didn't get out and adventure or go do any kind of great exploration on the day off or nothing, but we did go to the city, and we decided we want to go eat, sit down at a restaurant and eat. And we went to this place. It's called, like, I have to look at it, I think Southern Bistro, something like that. We'll look at it here in the video. They have a lot of Southern style foods from the US, some pretty unique, nice, tasty dishes there. They'll have Cajun style and just Southern home foods and all that. I mean, right down to even mashed potatoes, you know. Quite a bit of Cajun style stuff. I'll tell you what, some good food right here. We ordered an order that was good for 2 people that we could share. It has some outstanding pasta with it. I told her I didn't want to eat any pasta, but it came with it. Oh my goodness. Mel and I could have just stopped and them not brought anything else to the table. That pasta with that boudin sausage in it, man, it was so good. We went and ate there. I had a little laugh there because this Filipino couple come in, young couple, maybe in their mid-20s or so, mid to late 20s. And they sit down in a restaurant. This is a go sit down restaurant, not a little roadside eatery. And I never seen them speak to each other. This boy and girl, I call them boy and girl, man and woman. Never seen them speak to each other. They both had their phones in their hands, and both of them were playing video games on their phone the whole time they're in the restaurant. Even like looked disturbed when somebody took their order. Then what was funny from there is that when the food was brought, they couldn't put down the phones even long enough to prepare their plate, because it was the same like Mel and I had. They ordered something that they could both share, so you have your own plate and you get off the dishes what you want. They would like lay the phone down for like 10 seconds and try to scoop some lettuce onto their plate and pick the phone back up and keep playing, and lay it down just a second, try to shovel something else on their plate and try to go back to playing. And Melinda wanted me to mind my own business because they're literally sitting just right next to us, just like this right here. I just shaking my head. I'm like, man, y'all are in a restaurant spending money in a restaurant, not just a little eatery or nothing. And you have no conversation with each other, no conversing, no talking about life or anything. You're both sitting on opposite sides of the table playing a video game. Grown adults. I just couldn't believe it. And so addicted that they couldn't even eat their meal, and they ended up getting their food to go. the waitress ended up fixing it to go for them. Just so grown ass adults in a restaurant addicted to games on cell phone. And we wonder why our society's having a little downfall right now. There you go. Then after we left there, Mel and I decided to go on over to All Home at Vista Mall. You guys have been there with us before. And that's where we bought our washing machine. I went over there and I looked around at a few things because we were there with measurements to buy an air conditioner. And this is a through the wall air conditioner. Now I want to explain about through the wall air conditioners. Some people, especially back in the United States, maybe other places, don't get this. So I'm going to explain this to you. In the US, we'll call what looks like this a window unit. Oh man, that house got them old window units hanging out the windows. Well, that's never seen here. They don't stick a window unit in a window over here in these countries. In fact, a huge condominium or sky-rise building in many countries, that's what each individual unit will have, is what looks like a window unit, but it's called a through the wall unit. And there is a little bit of difference between a window unit like in America and a through the wall unit. A through the wall unit looks longer because it has to pass through a wall that's either 4, 6, or 8 inches thick. So they make the case longer, and you'll see a blank area down the side of it. And this is where I'm talking about it being longer down the side, plus you know it's sticking inside the house as well. That area there, it has no hardware or nothing like a window unit does. It's smooth, and that's for just passing right through a wall. A window unit, these louvers would be up very close. Actually, this little small unit we have, it is a window unit. Let me show you. See, this is our other unit that we took out of there, and you see now this is set up like a window unit. It's got places hardware to seal through a glass, and see the space is real small right here where it's really huge on this other one. So that's something you might want to look out about if you're buying an air conditioner here in the Philippines and it's going to pass through a wall. If you had to go through, this is your front here, so if you had to go through a 4-inch wall, you're already over here in your louvers, and you don't want that. You want it to have that big blank space. So you'll notice the proper one will be a little longer looking. So you'll have your area where your louvers are on the outside for the cooling, for the fan outside, the condenser and all. And on the, we're speaking down the side, right? From the front to the back of the unit, from the inside part to the outside part. A through the wall unit has a larger blank area right there that there's nothing. And it doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff, all gadgetries on there for it to seal inside of a window. It's more smooth. And so these are through the wall units. They're not window units. Americans come here and say, oh, I got all them window units. No, they're through the wall units. So we got these rooms downstairs down here. And the one right directly below me, right in front of where my truck is parked underneath here, I have it set up for a through the wall unit and a particular size opening. So we went shopping for units that size that we can put in there here in the near future. But for right now, with summer set in and it's pretty hot here, that tiny little unit that we're running down there where we're staying in the garage apartment right now, it's unable to keep up. It's blowing cold as it can. It's working full time, working its little bow honey off. And that's gonna shorten its life for one thing. Believe it or not, it's using as much or more power than what a bigger unit would do because it's constantly keeping the compressor going. So I told her, until those are done, let's go buy a larger unit. Let's put it in the garage so we can rest more comfortably because it's hot there right now. So this is the unit we bought right now. I guess you call that Capel unit, super inverter. And we're loving this unit. We are absolutely loving it. The sales guy told me on another model that I was originally picking out, he said, man, it's loud, and if you want quiet, this is a quiet air conditioner, especially for its size. He is not joking. He was not joking at all. You know, this got this, I'm gonna show you here too real quick. It's got the swing up there for swinging the air around. A lot of them have that. Remote control and all that good stuff with it as well. This unit though, I could have bought it some other brands more expensive. I could have bought some more cheap, but he really kept leading me back, and I don't think that he was misleading me back to this unit, away from even some of the cheaper units, telling me the history behind this company right here. It is cooling this whole big garage space in here with ease. And let me tell you, I think it's actually saving us money, and I'll tell you why. The small unit was having a course run constantly to keep up, and to support the small unit, we were running fans. That fan was running, that fan was running. We would have the floor fan right over here going a lot. So you add 3 fans running, and that's a lot more power. Now, Mel, do we ever turn on fans anymore? No, no need, is there? And this thing moves such a volume of air across here. I mean, you see this over here blowing far away from it, a good 8 foot from it, and you see how it's blowing it. It's pretty impressive. It really is. I've got it. I keep that swing turned a little bit down this wall, so it'll blow and circulate around, and then of course, you know, these returns sucking back on the other side. If you put the air blowing right across in front of that return, you're going to lose part of your air across your room. But we're pleased with it right now, and this is here temporary in the garage, and then it'll go over into the room here on the other side once we finish building.